So, neuer Tag. Was braucht das hier
A mirror
eigentlich nochmal?
hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Ah. Warte mal.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In
Ausgeglichen.
it, your face.
Probier mal.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Da könnte man dann eine Mechanik mal am Punkt reinsetzen. Na, die Tüte wieder. So. Hallo? Das ist wahrscheinlich wieder unten, oder?
The door is closed. This door.
Ich gehe mal gleich meine Gedanken ein bisschen durch. Ja, moin. Können wir kurz mal hier...
Yes.
Du wirst es schon irgendwie mitgekriegt haben, was passiert ist, wo ich allein war. Wer seid ihr?
You look like shit.
Ach du Scheiße.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Okay. Ja, ist ein Kollege, oder?
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard. No. 'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Schade.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting? Okay, well... I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? Okay, why not? You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide? I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. Watch out for you.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Oh really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Das war kein Zufall. Nicht auch mit der so?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Warum?
Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere. But if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
I'm definitely not the cavalry. I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world. Okay, fine. Let's talk.
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask? The sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith. Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Okay,
Okay. Logik, okay.
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Na gut.
Can I help you?
Moin.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Okay. Jetzt. Also wir wissen ja. Er wurde jetzt erschossen.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Und irgendwie ist da ja noch wer Achtes. Und das ist möglicherweise auch eine Frau.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others. And he's...
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Ja.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets.
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
a guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there. That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horseshit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It was...
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Great witness.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Okay. Genau. Das mit der Karre, das gehört ja dann auch safe mit dazu.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweepers...
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting.
You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there.
Okay. Da wird man vielleicht dann... Okay, da wird man... Ja. Wird man wohl auch mehr erfahren. Hier die Frau finde ich dann ein bisschen sass. Dass die sich schon von Anfang an zurückgezogen hat.
What do you see?
Glatter als die anderen.
Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing heart.
You can almost feel the association taking form in your frontal lobe.
So maybe one of them wasn't a dock worker, but a driver. That traffic jam in front of the harbor gates. I wonder if it's lasted as long as the strike. Yes, a drummer. I don't know about the drummer. Seems tangential. However, we should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect.
Gut. So, das ist dann doch noch ein bisschen unbekannt. Aber die Boys, die haben ja schon verplappert, da ist irgendwie noch eine Frau dabei. Und dann finde ich allgemein auch einiges, immer so Kleinigkeiten dann sass. Der hier zum Beispiel. Da waren ja auch so ein paar kleine Hinweise, dass der nicht hier wirklich ein normaler Arbeiter ist. Und nachdem ich ja mit denen da oben geredet habe und dann hier den um Hilfe, also dass er dann die Leiche runterbringt, da hat der unten ja auch direkt so Aufmerksamkeit drauf geschoben, dass wir irgendwie mit denen zusammenarbeiten. Also ich denke mal, da ist auch so politisches Ziel, irgendwie eine Behörde misstrauisch zu machen zur Bevölkerung oder so. Wäre möglich. Aber ich weiß da tatsächlich noch arg wenig. Das ist dann sehr spekulativ, was sich da so zusammen alles
seht. Street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods.
Ach,
When
und
he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Und ich habe auch den Eindruck, die Amnesie ist irgendwie auch damit verwickelt, dass der irgendwie was bekommen hat. Vielleicht hat das auch was mit der Frau am Anfang zu tun, dass die dann so abgecheckt hat. Hat der Amnesie? Ich weiß nicht. Irgendwelche Drogen oder keine Ahnung.
The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now what can I do for you? Then fire away, officer!
Hm? Was ist los? Ist irgendwas fertig? Ah nee, ist was Neues. Okay. Ups.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, dish. Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Ich finde das auch super.
That's right. Revachol is the best place for an independent self-employer like myself. That's why it's so cool with all the models coming here and cool celebrities. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up? Anything for you. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
They're very delicious and shelf-stable. You can keep all this out in the sun come summer. Try it. Buy some tuna. Won't me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samoan Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
That's right, officer. But it's a bad scene for business there. Too many regulations. Extremely bad for an independent local entrepreneur. Hey! Why not support this local entrepreneur? You can start by buying a pair of sexy pants or cool sunglasses. Maybe some macaroni?
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Oh, okay. But what? An investment? What kind of investment? I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
1 Million. See.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Cool. Was hast du denn hier?
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves, basic.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A few
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the...
only? That's madness.
Ja.
Fun ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan.
Ah, ich kann's auch sehen. Ah, schön. Ich dachte, ich kann
These
gar nicht
once respectable
angucken.
speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by a small heat emboss on the veneer reads.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first. Here's a crazy plan. Get the seed money for the sneakers, buy them, then buy the speakers too. Then sell the speakers to Roy, that wacky vendor in the pawn shop.
Ja.
They're right up his alley. You'll make most of the sneakers money back that way.
Ja, das ist eine gute Idee.
Yup, hustle and grind. 1 real at a time.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy. Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments. The box smells like cat piss, or like a...
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
No good. All you can come up
Hingeschlagen.
with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist. They itch like hell. Like
All natural materials, see? Real wool, 100% skin friendly, and they're yours for only 2 real.
Okay. Wird nochmal. Hier gucken.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense...
Okay. Mehr Kleidung war hier nicht, oder?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding...
Ich glaube nicht. Seid ihr? Haben die das repariert?
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from... You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, the water lock starts moving.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Okay, kleiner Moment. Ja. Okay, okay. So, Mechanik machen wir jetzt einen Punkt rein. Na, probieren wir nochmal am Spiegel, am Waschbecken. Oh. Wer bist du?
Hi, gendarme.
Hey.
Rendezvous. I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad at all. What brings you here? You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Blend in where? At Carnival? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Maybe you should figure it out, detective. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asked nothing, that I didn't see anything. What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure. Anything else on your mind? You did? And how did you like him? I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. on Sundays. He has keys, and he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. What about me? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Okay. Ich will hier Waschbecken reparieren.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into... You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Die Ursache? Boah, Handschuhe könnte ich noch. Nur das. Wo hört denn das hin? Was ist das? Das Jacke? Uff. Könnte ich das temporär mal... Oder? Hier.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As you... Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seagull.
Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam.
Vielleicht habe ich Glück.
It's your face. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It...
Okay. Ach, das hat ja auch. Ich hätte es gar nicht wechseln müssen. Warte mal, was hat die hier? Noch ohne Hose rumlaufen. Theoretisch. Hier wäre es egal. Okay, ich brauche eine coole Hose. Mach mal zu. Wie viel willst du für die Hose?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Kuno. He's trying to crawl up your ass.
Kuno knows which Kipt Kuno meant. Kuno knows all the Kipt. Kuno's dad's a Kipt expert. Says Kipt every day. 100 times a day. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
Except Kipts.
Try to crawl out of Kuno's ass now.
Yeah? The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down? Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies. Kuno could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt?
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
So. Schon besser.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruder. Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and fascism, Bruder. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revishol's problems? Quit stalling, Bruder. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link. Yes, them. Women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth. Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Okay, yes, that sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Hä? Wahrscheinlich habe ich hier Punkte gesammelt. Wow, ein Punkt mehr als vorher. Okay. Ich glaube, jetzt gehen wir mal zum neuen Gebiet. Hier, ne? Warte mal, wo genau? Ist nicht angezeigt. Hier außerhalb. Nee. Müsste die Schleuse sein. Na, mal gucken. Oh, da liegt ja Geld. Oh, warte. Mittlerweile weiß ich ja, ich kann das Ding hier benutzen. Das hier.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distance. Yes, from the height of antiquity. The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat. Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Das weiß ich auch nicht.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps? Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive.
Mhm. Stimmt, was ist hier noch? Ah, ich habe glaube ich keinen Slot mehr. Komme ich hier hin? Nö. Hier sind die Spuren noch weiter. Und das Auto entsorgt. Fußspuren. Oh, da ist es. Mal kurz wieder wechseln, falls hier was zum Einsammeln ist.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea.
Okay.
Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A
Wann kommt
joyrider
die Edde?
jacket.
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
Ach schön.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
God, I hope so.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people. Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Das ist meine Karre. Oh Gott, nein.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
Ja.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk. Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Ich kann ihn noch reparieren.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly. You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Eieiei.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Oh Mann. Hey, der ist auch was wert, der Ölkanister. Gib die mal alle an, dass das nicht mehr markiert ist. Hier, alles gesehen? Ich denke, die Bücher halt nicht angeguckt, aber da vergeht Zeit. Sind es auch meine Spuren? Mein Ausweis. Das wirklich ich?
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Das mache ich auch in RL.
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Zumindest wenn die mich lassen.
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
Wie, aber ich will nicht sein. Hey.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
No.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant. Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königs.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except kings like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained. You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Mm-hmm. Das weiß ich jetzt nicht. Wir haben doch im Prinzip aber denselben Rang, oder?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Oh, das ist nett.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well, then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it.
Okay, haben wir das geklärt? Würde tatsächlich diese Stats bevorzugen. Sogar ein Punkt dann mehr insgesamt. Müsste hier ja auch alles stehen. Okay.
Yes?
Mhm. Boot. Da komme ich nur zurück, ne?
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position. I don't know. Sleeping? What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want.
Huh? Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Also notfalls kann ich hier ja wahrscheinlich dann pennen, falls ich kein Geld habe. Aber ich sollte, denke ich, klarkommen. Irgendwas wird sich schon ergeben. Ist ein bisschen dunkel, oder? Aber ich glaube, hier gibt es auch nicht deutlich mehr. Ich kann hier ums Eck eh nicht gucken. Oh. Ja, das könnte gut sein. Was macht die Krawatte, die ich aktuell habe? Innenleben. Also Psyche vernachlässige ich. Ziemlich krass. wird tatsächlich Schauspielkunst etwas höher haben wollen. Weil dann kann ich auch Lügen etwas besser erkennen. Okay. Wo sind jetzt die Fußspuren hingegangen? Okay, weiß ich nicht. Da ist jemand. Fischerhütte. Ah, okay, ich bin hier. Ziehen nur mal testweise an, ob da vielleicht wieder was kommt.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Nee, ich hätte gerne... Wo macht das eigentlich einen Unterschied? Hier links sieht man, glaube ich, nichts. Hier wieder, wo ich Zeit verdrödeln kann.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Zu dornig. Gehen wir erstmal hier lang. Schon wieder. Okay. Da muss ich nochmal durchgehen, was da alles für Behälter waren, die ich nicht geöffnet habe. mal. Okay. Ist noch irgendwo lang? Geht's hier weiter? Ja. Okay.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Ist das eine andere Nummer jetzt?
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach. Growing, you get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Das war irgendeine, wirklich eine random Nummer. Okay. Es gibt hier, glaube ich, wieder einige Leute, mit denen man quatschen kann. Warte mal. Ist das nicht zufällig der Insektentyp?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some...
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice water lock.
Bin ich offen.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? there was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going. I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids, it's not child's play. Just because I have to trade through the mud every so real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does. My methods are the same as those of other scientists. I'll simply draw upon a wider variety. No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought...
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration. No, very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long. About two are categorized as confirmed discoveries. Yes, the Chateauquin forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching. In fact, it is 0.05%. Ever more magnificent, should our search contribute to making that number 0.075%.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Yes? Well, good question. Being a phasmid of the order, and I suspect it may have also developed other... It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certainly, but I cannot describe how these...
A ghost insect, he said?
No, that is precise. I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated, even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid. Very little, I'm sorry to say. Not yet. That's...
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Okay.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of science.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition. Yes, the most recent... It's the first credible sighting in several decades. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly. Yes. Simple. At least, that's in locusts.
Inside the traps, a meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reeds?
Thank you for your opinion. They'll work, I assure you.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thought.
Yes. What? And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I'm doing this for science, and so is she. Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it...
She's seen it?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now. No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
I could go for some trap setting.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Well, be that as it may, I'd really appreciate the help. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula. By the boat, another we set in Land's End. To the northeast, it's behind a small set. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this
Eigentlich nicht.
extracurricular venture? Is it?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week. Wise choice.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt. What about his eager-to-leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
All right. What cryptids precisely?
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it, since you've offered to help.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-special...
Willow people? Not at all.
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from... They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here. You probably have. Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove. I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world... Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what...
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting. No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me. I'm not a people person, by all means.
Okay. Der ist immer noch hier. Also ich laufe ja an denen schon vorbei. Mal die Map gucken, was ich für Skill gebrauchen könnte. Beherrschung könnte ich glaube mal eins reinhauen. Datenwand, Mechanik. Das wäre nicht schlecht. Okay. Aber annehmen muss ich dann nicht, ne? Warum? Der Button dann eigentlich da? So, ich glaube, ich mache mal eine Pause.